Do you remember the feeling of cracking open a brand new game and finding the treasure within? The glossy pages, the secrets and strategies. I'm Chris from the Boys Podcast, and today I'm talking video game manuals. Games like Evolution to Final Fantasy to Zelda to the Pokemon games. This was a gateway to another world. And before we had cell phones and the internet was this massive thing, this was your gaming Bible. This was where you found everything you needed to know about a video game was in this little booklet. And like we all know, that beautiful nostalgic glossy page smell is something you'll never forget. But if you wanted to know things from the plot to the characters to secrets and tips to what kind of items and what the items do, this is where you found it before cell phones and the internet was this huge thing. And it wasn't just that made these fantastic. It was the beautiful artwork inside. And I'm going to flip through a couple pages here of Evolution and just show you some of the beautiful artwork that's inside this book and in many other manuals. Take a look at how beautiful some of this concept art is. And like I said, from games like Final Fantasy to Zelda to so many others with great booklets. And look at that beautiful concept art. And I think we all had the same nostalgic memories of video game booklets, and that is going to the video game store, whatever store you guys shopped at as kids, and picking up a video game. And the first thing we would always do is, of course, we'd look at the front and we'd read the back. But the magic always happened when we got into the back of the car and we sat down, put the seatbelt on, and we would rip all the plastic off, and then we would read again the back of the case, and then we would open it up, and on the left hand side we would find the Holy Bible of gaming, the manual, and we would sit through that and read it all on the way home, and it would just open up this world of fantasy, of daydreaming of what the game we were playing, what we were going to be in store for. And when we got home, it made the game experience that much better. But aside from all that, I remember, before, again, we had the cell phones, and now when you're taking, say, a shit, you're taking a shit nowadays and you get to sit on your cell phone for, 15-20 minutes. Back in the day, I used to take a handful of video games and I used to grab the manuals out of them, and I would sit there and read through video game manuals over and over again. And even back then, I used to bring my wrestling toys and have wrestling matches when I was taking a shit.
Sick freak! No!
But that's a different story for a different show. But other nostalgic memories, of course, is having this is reading this before bed. We would always have our video game manual ready to read it, and we would read it just constantly. And that's something I miss in gaming, is something so simple as a video game memory with just some of the beautiful concept art and some of the tips and strategies and all the fun things they used to have in these things that made video game manuals so memorable. So guys, I want to know your reaction. Do you miss reading video game manuals, and what was some of your nostalgic memories? Did you have the same nostalgic memories as me, as reading them while taking a dookie, or being in the back of the car and just couldn't wait to play the video game from what you read in a video game manual? I'd love to hear it below. And what was some of your favorite video game manuals? Comment below, and I will see you next time for another episode.